If you've ever struggled to stay organized or ever felt overwhelmed when it comes to managing all the moving pieces of your email marketing, then this video is for you. In today's video, I'm going to give you a behind the scenes Notion tour of my email marketing planner, my email marketing dashboard for how I actually manage all of my campaigns, my funnels, and track email performance. So if you wanted a behind the scenes look, this video is for you.
There's no stopping me now. I know my shot should sit down. Money's all over me. I'm called to be rich and be free.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ebony Evaughn, your go-to business operations strategist, here to help you grow your business with people and processes. Today, we are talking about your email marketing process. I am giving you a behind the scenes look into my own email marketing process, so how I'm able to save time, stay organized, and make data-driven decisions within my business by making sure that we're tracking our funnels and tracking our campaigns. All right. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in. As you can see, I am on my business dashboard. I do have a Notion tour of my business dashboard. It's a few videos back if you want to check out that full tour. And I also have a tour of my marketing hub as well, if you want to take a look into the whole marketing hub as a whole. Today we're focusing on email marketing, so I'm going to head over here. Excuse my itchy eyes, scratchy throat. These allergies are definitely kicking my butt, but nonetheless, I am here to show up for you. Okay, so now we are on my main email marketing dashboard. This is kind of a high level overview of our planner and how we manage all things email marketing. So is similar to the layout of the other marketing channels that we use. At the very top, we have a high level overview of the email marketing strategy. This just kind of serves as our internal compass to make sure that anytime we're creating a funnel, anytime we're creating email campaigns, that it is in alignment with our email marketing strategy, and we're just not sending random emails that don't have any purpose or intention behind them. To the right of that, you can see our weekly sending schedule. There is two different versions. If you're familiar with my serve, suggest, sell method, I have used this in my own business for years. If you are brand new to email marketing, I suggest you start with the serve, suggest, sell method. I have an entire video about that, but essentially sending 3 emails. Either here, I was sending them every week, but it doesn't have to be every week. It could be every 3 weeks, where you send 1 email a week, and then every 3 weeks you repeat that sequence. But essentially, I used to send emails Monday, Wednesday, and Friday up until last year. The top of this year, we switched to sending 2 emails, and we've kind of combined the 3 emails to where certain aspects are kind of split between the 2 emails. So now our Tuesday video of the week email is also educational. So not only do we promote whatever the video or blog is for that week, we also do more educating. So in the email, you get more like value than if you just watch the YouTube videos and you're not on our email list. Typically, we try to give people some type of takeaway in the email before they even go watch the video. And then Friday, I went back to my Epiphanies with Ebony series that is doing amazing right now. Thank you guys for all the love. I really appreciate it. But essentially, this is kind of like a personal reflections and aha epiphanies email, but we also turn this into like an indirect sales email. So it's kind of a 2 for 1. So that's why right now we're only sending 2 emails per week on Tuesdays and Fridays. And then we have tons of email sequences that are working in the background. And I'll show you kind of a view of that. So because we do have all of those sequences working in the background, we don't have to send as many emails. And then we've also taken kind of a less is more strategy to make sure that we are just optimizing the content that we are sending. So that's our weekly schedule. And then under that, we have our emails to get done. And this is just kind of like a task manager that helps us to track our emails from week to week. So for example, it says right, April 2025 week 5 emails, which is the emails that are going out next week. And technically these emails are already done. Well, it says one is done, one still needs to be done, where it says has to go. And that is because the emails are technically already written. They just need to be scheduled. But I had to record this video that goes out in the Tuesday email for like our video of the week, right? So that's what that's waiting on. I try to be at least a month ahead when it comes to creating emails. So I'll at least like outline the topics, the things for each email. And then as the weeks progress, I will then go ahead and like, okay, let me go ahead and draft these emails. So like the emails for May week 1 and 2, I will probably end up drafting these emails out probably today or within the next few days. And then that way, the only thing left to do is like for Rennie to go in and schedule and post. So you can see this is our sending schedule. So these are emails that went out this week. This email went out this morning. So this is actually published as right now, but I have an automation in here that if something is set as scheduled, then the automation will check to see if that date has came, and then it will automatically change it to published. But I don't like to manually do it because sometimes I do move videos around a lot. Video content emails, like even now, the emails for next week is going to be the same as far as being related to email marketing, but I'm thinking about switching the first email for May to be something different. But anyway, so underneath what's sending for the week, under that we have our upcoming actual email campaigns. And so these are those based on our weekly schedule that I have up here. So Tuesday, Friday emails, these are those one-off campaigns that we do send out each week. So you can see we have this email, how TV binge fixed my email marketing game. And so this email went out today. And then we have this email for the video of the week that is scheduled for Tuesday. Again, it's written, you can see it says draft, but it is waiting for the video link in order to complete this. And then next Friday's email is already scheduled to go out. And then these two emails are drafts, but again, I do plan ahead, but I also make changes. So I'm thinking about sending something different for this week. So that's why they're just sitting at draft right now. We may use these. We may end up switching to a different topic, which most likely I think I'm doing a different topic. And then you can see I've already kind of planned out May's emails ahead of time. So you can see the topics there. Status says planning. And then I haven't started on this one, which is like the last week of May. So under that, you can see we have our email campaign content calendar. So this just allows us to see a high level view of any email marketing campaigns that are coming up for the month. We can see what has been posted as well as what is still coming down the pipeline. And again, just like on my overall marketing hub, I do plan emails well in advance. So you can see when we go into May is done. I think I may have even tipped into June already. So I've done like the weekly video emails for June as far as what's related to what we're posting on YouTube or on our blog. But you can see I started on the Friday emails, but I haven't finished. And the reason why I know I haven't finished is because it just says email and then it says EWE, which is my Epiphanies with Ebony email. So because it doesn't have a topic, I know it's just a placeholder, and I haven't actually added an email in there yet. Have we went into July? No, not really. All right, so let me go back up. You can see we have made a lot of progress though as far as when it comes to planning. I try to be a couple months ahead. I plan things by the quarter. I plan my entire calendar at the end of the year for the next year, and then as the quarters progress, then we like add more detail, right? So that's an overview of our calendar. Down at the bottom, I just have like helpful resources that I like to use when it comes to email marketing. And if you're on my email list, that's why I kind of have these emails in drafts, because I think I'm thinking about skipping posting a video this week. And instead of posting this strategy video, I may send this strategy in an email, but then also just do a roundup email that has like all of my recommended, like Ebony's favorite tools, right? And so people can see the email tools I use for like testing my subject lines before I send it out, testing your spam filter, or how to check Google Postmaster to check your email reputation score and things like that. So we'll see how that goes. But anyways, let me go ahead and hop over to another space is inside of my email marketing dashboard. So we also have an email planner. I don't really use this. So I also sell this as a template. So if you downloaded the template, you would probably use the planner to plan your strategy, choose your email service provider, come up with your weekly schedule, content ideas, and all of that. But because I am very seasoned, I've been doing this for a long time, I rarely go into the email planner, just because like I've been using this for so long and like our process is so streamlined. So inside of our campaigns and sequences page, this is where we kind of get into the funnels and things that we have going on that are working behind the scenes. So at the very top, you can see that I have all the campaigns that we're sending. This is mirrors exactly what was on that main dashboard page. These are those weekly one-off emails that go out on Tuesdays and Fridays. And then after that, when you scroll down, these are just like types of emails, and this is for inspiration. So sometimes if I don't know what to send, I'm like, like what can I fill in this gap, especially when it comes to sequences, then I'll just look at, okay, like what are the different type of emails? What makes sense to add to this funnel? And then I can kind of plug those into the funnel as we go. So down here, you can see it says email sequences. And this is essentially this looks overwhelming, right? It looks kind of crazy, but these are all the sequences that I have running right now in the background in my business. And so I share that because this is another reason why I no longer send 3 emails per week, because when someone is on my list, regardless of kind of where they are in the process, they're going to get 2 emails from those Tuesday, Friday, but most likely if they're in sequence somewhere else, they're also going to get an additional 2 to 3 emails per week. So they're still getting 3, 4, sometimes even 5, depending on the sequence that they're in, emails from me, so that I stay top of mind. And then also, because I have so many email sequences working in the background, this is one of the biggest factors. So I'm not on social media as far as when it comes to, I don't have Instagram, I don't have Twitter, I don't have TikTok, I don't have Snapchat, right? I don't have Facebook. I do have a Facebook and Instagram page, but I haven't actively used them in years. And the reason why I don't have to rely on social media is because my email marketing game is so good, okay? Like email marketing is the number one factor behind like driving sales and conversions in my business. And because of that, I don't have to rely or focus on social media as much. And I always tell people that because when you're intentional with your email marketing, when you have funnels set up that can work on autopilot so that you can follow up with clients, you can nurture your leads, and you're not just sending them random one-off emails every week, or it's been 3 months and you haven't sent them anything. People opt into your list, they get their free guide, or they fill out an application, whatever it is, and then that's it. You're not nurturing your leads, right? And people forget the purpose of these email funnels is not only to get sales, but to nurture those relationships, so that in case people aren't making a buying decision right now, when they get ready to make that buying decision, you were top of mind for consideration, right? But that comes with being strategic with your email funnels. So I am very intentional when it comes to our email marketing. I have tons of funnels that are working. This is another reason, just a side note, if you see these that have this different graphic down here, like abandoned cart, general welcome, these are templates that come in the planner that I sell. I don't use these. You can see the status still says I did, because I do create like a custom funnel for every single email sequence that is set up. And then some of these are like onboarding for products or services. And then also some of these are upsell sequences. So people may opt into one thing, and then once they complete that email sequence, depending on their buying behaviors or how they interacted with that sequence, we send them to other sequences. So, and I believe in having categories. So when you see the numbers, I'm very organized and structured. I am a operation strategist. Okay. So your girl loves a system. Your girl loves a process. Your girl loves a workflow. All right. So let me just give you an idea of what this looks like in here. So I'm going to go into this CEO day application. This is very kind of streamlined because there's only 2 emails that we send in this. So basically, when someone applies for a CEO day with me, they fill out an application, and then we have a review process for how we review, and we either accept the application or we reject. I don't want to say reject. Reject seems like such a harsh word. We decline to move forward, right? So with the application process, we can see our stats up here. And let me know if you want to see a video on number 1, the automating process for how I automate my entire client prospecting as well as onboarding processes. I'm thinking about covering those for Q3 because after we finish talking about building relationships in Q2, Q3 is going to be all about client management, client care. All right, but at the top, you can see I have my open rates. Of course, the open rates for this is really high because this is just like a confirmation saying, hey, we received your application. And then we get into conversion rates, how many people actually turn into sales. This process is pretty streamlined. So within here, you can see the purpose of the sequence. Just like we have our overarching email marketing strategy, I also have the purpose for every sequence. Every sequence within your business needs to be intentional. What is the goal of your email funnel, right? So many people create random lead magnets, have random emails within their sequences, and it doesn't really have a purpose or it isn't in alignment with what your goals and objectives are for that email sequence. So you want to make sure you always know what is the purpose of this funnel, what is the goal. So for this one, the purpose is just to keep people informed about the status of their application. We send them a confirmation email saying, hey, we received your application, we're reviewing it, and then we let them know when the status changes, whether it's accepted or if it is denied. So down here we have like a sequence overview chart. Normally I would have a flow chart that shows how the emails flow, but because this is just 3 emails, it really doesn't need a chart, a flow chart, but we give them a confirmation email and then we review the application and then it's either accepted or denied. If it's denied, they go in a different direction. We recommend some alternatives. If their application is accepted, then they still have 2 different sequences that they can go to depending on how they answer the questions within their application. So if they want to move forward, but they want to like talk to someone first, then we send them through a sequence to book a discovery call. You can see when I go out of here, there's a sequence that says discovery, and then there's one for an invite. So if they're already ready, they don't want to talk to anybody, then we send them directly to a sales page. But under this is where we have our actual email. So you can see this is our confirmation email for email 1. We have the email subject and preview tag. So your application has been received. And then we have the preview tags and then the body of the email that goes with this. And then under that, we have 2 emails, so either 2A or 2B, based on if their application is accepted or denied. We'll say, hey, it's not a good fit right now or whatever, and then this is the email that we send. So overarching, this is how we plan our funnels, how we manage our funnels that are going on in the business. So I didn't really talk about analytics because I'm going to hop over to the analytics dashboard, and then I can kind of explain how we're tracking analytics over there. So I'm going to go to this tab that says email analytics and reporting. And here we can get into how we actually track the data behind email performance. And up top, we have our analytics. And then down here, we just have some compliance and guidelines as far as terms of service, privacy policy, how we handle unsubscribes, things like that. So in order to best explain these numbers, let me kind of filter this out so we can look specifically at plan correct. And I think this will give you kind of the best understanding of how we're tracking these statistics and what these numbers mean. So let me open this up a little bit. Let's slide that. I'm sorry, you guys. Like my OCD kicks in, and then I'm like, this needs to be showing. This needs to be. I can't help it sometimes. I really try to be like, girl, roll with the flow. Don't worry about it. It's so small, but then sometimes it's just like, girl, fix it, fix it, and this will make us all happy. Okay. All right. So with the email funnel analytics, this allows us to track the performance of our funnels, if they're actually converting, if they're actually onboarding clients, if they're actually nurturing our leads, and people are actually taking action. We're cultivating those relationships. People are clicking on links, they're buying products, they're booking services, and all of that, right? So I filtered this so we could look specifically at my plan correct, because this is going to help me explain exactly how I've made changes based on how I see things performing. So as you can see right now, this plan correct onboarding, this is when someone actually buys the plan correct business planning system and they enroll into that product. So our goal, and it says subscriber goal, so each sequence has its own goal. And my goal is to get 1,000 sales for plan correct for the entire year. You can see we are at 88 right now. We are 9% of the way to our goal. And this makes sense because I didn't really promote Plan Correct as much as I should have at the top of the year. This product normally sells best like January, February, early Q1, and then Q4, right at the end of the year when people are kind of shifting into plan mode for the upcoming year. So I know that we'll get there, but as of right now, we're focusing on other things, but I do know that we have other cycles coming up where we do promote Plan Correct, and Plan Correct, Lunch Correct, and Email Correct are my top selling digital products. So I know we'll get to our goal, but right now we're 9% of the way there. And so with this sequence, we can see plan correct onboarding. The goal is to get 1,000 people enrolled. We have 88 so far. Of those 88 people, 86 of them actually opened the email. And these rates are going to be higher because the fact that this is someone who has bought something. So the expectation is they're going to open the email, whether they want the receipt, they want to just check out the confirmation details for what they purchased, whatever. So that's pretty high. But also, not only do we send them an email, but they also get a direct link to log into the portal where they can access all their stuff. So not everyone who rolls into the product will actually check their email or like go through the email sequence to onboard them, but that is the goal. And then obviously there's no sales because they had to purchase in order to even get on this list. There's no upsell or anything within the sequence itself. So this is going to be zero. But if you look at the first two, it says plan correct, one page business plan, and then the business checklist. So you can see my subscriber goals are very different for these. Originally, I created the business checklist, and the goal was to get, I think, 2,500 subscribers to this. And then based on that, the goal was hopefully we could get at least 500 of those people, of those 2,500, to opt in to the business checklist and then purchase the business planner, actual business system, or plan correct business system. But as you can see, when we look at these analytics, the conversion rate is 6%, which is technically good, because when you look at the industry average for the conversion for most digital products, it's about 3 to 5% depending on your industry, right? So 6% is actually good, but for me, is not good enough. In the words of Kendrick Lamar. All right. But so I ended up switching to a different lead magnet at the top of this year. So as you can see now, I still have this business checklist. It does get opt-ins. We still promote it on like Pinterest and stuff like that. But because it didn't convert as high, I created a second lead magnet. And so far it's been converting much faster. And you can see the conversion rate for people who actually buy it is much higher as well. So when we look at the one page business plan, I think I launched this at the top of the year, maybe the end of December, right at January. And our subscriber goal for this is 3,000. So far, we've gotten 300 leads. We're 10% of the way to our goal. And you can see that we've gotten 61 sales from this one page business planner versus with the Plan Correct business checklist, we only had 17 sales at a 6% conversion rate. But this one page business plan is converting at 20.3%. So this is what I say when you can use your analytics to help you make better data-driven decisions. When I looked at the numbers, I looked at the data, and it's like, this business checklist is like generating leads slow. The conversions are really low. Let's see if we can come up with something that can perform a little bit better. We created the one page business plan. It's been getting way more leads already off top, and it has been converting at a much higher rate. And all of this is really through organic marketing. We haven't really put any marketing dollars behind it. We haven't really done like a big push, but I know if I really focus on promoting the one page business plan, then this would definitely get us to our sales goal for Plan Correct, the actual business system. So this is a high level overview of my email marketing dashboard. Let me know if you have any questions about how we track or manage other aspects of our email marketing. Let me know if you want to see any tutorials of like how to build any of this out for yourself. If you want a ready to use template, the Email Correct email marketing system template is available for you. Not only does it have this Notion template, it has an email marketing masterclass, it has done for you sequences, and it has everything you need to get started with email marketing the right way, the correct way, okay? So that will be a link in the description and pinned comment for you. But other than that, I just want to say thank you guys so much for stopping by my internet home. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to see more Notion tours, tutorials, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. All right, bye you guys. I will see you in the next one.